I am just so impressed by so many of the lectures that I've heard from you. And can you tell everyone who doesn't know what you do, what it is exactly that you specialize in?
Well, I don't know if I specialize in something. I am what you would call, in our language, fuyapot. So whenever I hear anything or read anything, then I like to find out for myself about it. So that brought me to do a lot of searching, a lot of questioning. And so this is what now we have a 37-year research which is resumed in this book because I asked myself the question, but I read all this story and his stories about IT, and it's forever he did and here and here and here. I said, well, was it that God had not yet created women? So then I started to question. And as I began my questioning, I started discovering, so many great women who contributed to our artistry, but were left out of the stories that they wrote. Whether we talk about Suzanne Simon Louverture, the wife of Toussaint, or we talk about Queen Marie-Louise of Haiti, the wife of King Henry, both are great women who contributed largely to our artistry.
Now, there was one aunt that kind of took over the mothering role.
Antoya is the woman from Dahomey, the military woman from Dahomey, who once she was taken into the claws of Euro-Christian slavery, as soon as she arrived in Saint-Domingue and she was sold and whatnot, she freed herself, marooned onto the mountains, determined to build a new army, but ultimately did not find the right people and met a woman who was about to deliver. She helped her. And so when that woman had her child, her son, at some point she felt death coming. So she turned the baby over to Antoya and asked her, please raise him for me and make sure he knows freedom.
That is exactly the woman that I was referring to. I got a chance not too long ago to visit La Citadelle and see the place in real life where this whole story unfolded. That was a fight for freedom for people who were enslaved everywhere, not just in Haiti, right? And so you've taken the time to write about many influential women in the story of Haitian history. But is it only relevant for Haitian people or Haitian descendants, or can other people find some type of inspiration in those stories?
Well, if I can quote Professor James Small or Professor John Henry Clark, and so many others, Edward Scobie, all of the African American St. Lucian people, people from Trinidad, professors from various schools, they all say that if one does not study Haitian artistry, then that person will be lost in understanding the present. And that Haiti's artistry is in fact the artistry of all of our people, because Haiti showed the way out of slavery into freedom. And everyone who became free after us, they all applied the principles of the Haitian Revolution, often was aided by Haiti, whether you talk about Miranda from Ecuador, who came and met with Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and receive money, boats, soldiers, ammunition to go on and continue the fight. When Bolivar got in trouble, it's the same thing. He came to Haiti, received what was necessary to carry on his fight. When Greece was in trouble, Haiti sent boats of coffee when they were having a tremendous famine. Haiti sent coffee so the government could sell the coffee and feed the people. Ho Chi Minh, who was fighting in Vietnam, said, if someone does not study Haitian Revolution, you cannot win guerrilla warfare. The Battle of Adwa, which is the main battle, the final battle, it's like the Vertière in the war in Ethiopia against the occupation by Italy. Well, it was a general, a Haitian general, who made the strategies and for this battle, and it was victorious. So Haiti's artistry is our artistry